صحيحه عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وسلم. The hadith tonight, collection in both Imam Bukhari and Muslim, and narrated to us by Abu Hurairah. And this is within the theme that I started yesterday, the significance and importance of Masajid. And I'm going to try and shed light on certain aspects that maybe we should be more attentive to in terms of how we run Masajid and how we view them, how we treat them, whether as attendees, people who just come to it, or people who run it and actually take care of it. On both sides, there's a culture that needs to exist that I think we can do better at, inshallah ta'ala. And hopefully hearing the Prophet ﷺ talk about these things, we'll come to that realization that as Muslims, there's really no way that a Muslim young man should go through a 24-hour period without entering a masjid unless they definitely cannot for some reason. Like there must be a really good reason for that person not to do it. Like maybe COVID or something. Outside from that, maybe they should show up at least once to a masjid, because it's very meaningful on so many levels. And it goes similar to Muslim women as well, maybe not on a daily basis, but whenever they can, because this place here serves more than one function. And he says, عليه الصلاة والسلام, in the hadith tonight, he says, الملائكة تصلي على أحدكم ما دام في مصلاه الذي صلى فيه ما لم يحدث اللهم اغفر له اللهم ارحمه. The first part of this hadith, he says, the angels continue to perform salah upon you. And you know the word, صلى عليه الله. When we talk about the Prophet عليه الصلاة والسلام, we say صلى الله عليه وسلم, or إن الله وملائكته يعني هو الذي يصلي عليكم, for example, in the Quran. So the concept of salah comes from connection. That's the meaning of the word salah. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala performs His connection with people different than we perform it with Him. We perform it through this ritual that we just finished. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala performs it differently, through showing compassion or mercy or forgiveness or love. And that's understood, obviously. So the Malaika, they do it in a different way. They do it through making dua for you. That's how they perform their salah towards you, by making dua for you. So Malaika will continue to perform salah upon a person once they prayed, and they stay in the spot in the masjid where they prayed. Ma lam yuhdith, as long as they didn't ruin their wudu. So you come to a masjid and you pray, but the time that you're sitting there, for whatever time that may be, you're listening to me, babble away on something. So the time that you're sitting there, as long as you haven't lost your wudu, the Malaika are standing there saying, Allahumma eghfir lahu, Allahumma ارحمه. The Malaika are standing there making, oh Allah, forgive this person. Oh Allah, grant compassion and mercy to this person. And that's obviously an extremely important thing that we should all take a moment and think about. ولا يزال الإنسان ولا يزال أحدكم في صلاة ما كانت الصلاة تحبسه لا يمنعه أن ينقلب إلى أهله إلا الصلاة. And a person is considered in the masjid within prayer, meaning they're getting the ajr and the reward of salah, a mafruda, which is obviously the highest ajr you can get, as long as they are only in the masjid because of salah, that they had no other intention. They didn't come to try and finish a deal. They didn't come looking for something that they lost. They came for salah. And as long as they're stuck in the masjid, and the reason that they came was for salah, they continue to get the ajr for salah as long as they're in the masjid. The only thing that's holding them back from going home and relaxing is the fact that they came for prayer and whatever comes after it. So if you come to the masjid and you pray, as you sit after salah, just for a few moments, maybe doing a little tasbih or dhikr, or even just sitting there doing nothing, the malaika is standing behind you and they are making dua for you. And as long as you're sitting there with no other intention besides the fact that you came to the masjid for prayer, you are getting the reward of a full prayer for as long as you sit here. For as long as you stay here, you get the ajr for as if you're praying, as if you're standing and performing an obligatory act of prayer, because you came here for no other reason. And that's why when I told you yesterday about the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, أَحَبُّ الْبِلَادِ إِلَى اللَّهِ مَسَاجِدُهَا, the place he loves the most is the masajid, is because of that. Because when you come and your intention is only to serve God, only to connect with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, only to remind yourself of where you should be, then everything around you is synchronizing to benefit you, whether it's through dua or through the reward that continues to be accumulated and calculated for you as you sit there. But that is the beauty of sitting in a masjid and staying a little bit, and with no other intention, for no other reason. يروي الشيخان فيما اتفقا عليه عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قال النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم الملائكة تصلي على أحدكم ما دام في مصلاه الذي صلى فيه ما لم يحدث اللهم اغفر له اللهم ارحمه ولا يزال أحدكم في صلاة ما كانت الصلاة تحبسه لا يمنعه أن ينقلب إلى أهله إلا الصلاة. صدق رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله وصحبه وسلم. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. Inshallah, tomorrow Jumu'ah is at 1:15 sharp, inshallah, and it's the first come, first serve. We'll see you there, inshallah ta'ala. Jumu'ah Mubarak, inshallah.